Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the world of wrestling here today to talk about AEW Rampage September 3rd, 2021 review. This was a decent show, not bad at all. It was pretty decent build-up. They had some decent matches. Lee Johnson faced Malachi Black in a one-on-one match to kickstart the show. This was actually a really good match. I love the ending. Malachi Black won with a devastating black mass kick to the head of Lee Johnson, and he pinned him 1, 2, 3. He also put his foot over his head. Dustin Rhodes came out and actually tried to get a little bit of justice what happened to Lee Johnson. Now, I have to admit, Lee Johnson did a great job selling that black mass kick in the head. He actually went down like a ton of bricks and sold the shit out of it like he was knocked unconscious. Hopefully he wasn't legitimately knocked unconscious and it was all an act. But great job by Lee Johnson. The in-ring work these two guys had was decent overall. Nothing to complain about there. We then had Chris Statlander go up against Rebel, or Reba, whatever her name is, and Jamie Hayter. This was a handicap match, 2-on-1. This was actually not that bad either. Chris Statlander wins the match by pinning Reba, and the match wasn't that bad. A little bit of a, they kind of were moving around in the ring a little bit like they were trying to be very careful and not messing up or anything. But I don't think the in-ring work was terrible. They just seemed like they were slowing it down so they could not make a mistake, is what I was kind of noticing. But overall, it wasn't a terrible match. It was pretty average at best. Main event had Darby Allin go up against Daniel Garcia. Daniel Garcia, I have to admit, has been getting a lot of main event spots on Rampage, which is kind of surprising. Can't really believe that he's actually getting 2 main event spots on this show. It's kind of crazy. CM Punk was on commentary. He was cutting a very good commentary. He's actually really good on commentary, to be quite frank with you. It sounds very professional. To be quite frank with you, I wouldn't mind him on Rampage or Dynamite and being a commentator with Jim Ross or Excalibur. If they had Excalibur and freaking CM Punk only, I think we would have a good show. Those two guys would be a great combination as a commentary team. But Jim Ross and Tony Schiavone do an excellent job together. I think Jim Ross is just kind of a little bit older and he's working past his age. But a lot of respect to Jim Ross. Can't discredit him. He's done a lot for the business, and talent-wise, recruiting-wise, he's also good on the mic. Even at his age at this time, he's still a very good professional commentator. This guy has done professional sports commentary, I believe, like a couple of times, not very often. So there's a lot of good quality that comes from Jim Ross as a commentator, one of the best. It's just age-wise is the major issue for him. But yeah, really no complaints there. Darby Allin did win this match and was victorious. So congratulations to Darby Allin. CM Punk came to his rescue. I can't imagine maybe at a Dynamite episode after All Out we might see a 6-man tag with 2.0 and Daniel Garcia up against Darby Allin, CM Punk, and Sting as a main event for Dynamite. I think that would be a fucking awesome idea, to be quite frank with you. CM Punk came to his rescue, though, and was trying to make it an even, attack, trying to even out the odds. And that was pretty much that. There was one segment that took place that I actually enjoyed. We had freaking Miro have his promo spot, and he actually was talking about how he's the Redeemer. He's going to go ahead and beat Eddie Kingston. Eddie Kingston came out and he said, look, you know what? I think your guy sucks. And I don't care for your God. But let's say he was just shitting all over Miro. I hope he wasn't really meaning what he said, because it really doesn't make any sense for him to be wearing crosses around his neck and talking that there's no God. That makes no sense. But I think he's referring to Miro, referring to his God as him being God's favorite champion, and he doesn't think that God is real, and the real God would love everybody. But enough of the Christianity stuff. I'm pretty sure some of you may not be Christians, and that's fine. It's totally up to you what you want to do with your life. But yeah, there was a little bit of back and forth about that. And then Eddie Kingston went into the ring and he tried to attack Miro. Miro ran out of there like a coward. And that was pretty much the end of that segment. So pretty much, I went over pretty much everything. It was about 4 major segments. The rest of it wasn't nothing major or big. We had Jon Moxley have a small little altercation that really was terrible. I didn't think that was that good at all. That was probably the weakest point of the show. And so yeah, that was pretty much the entire show. There was nothing major or special that happened after some of those other segments. Those were 4 major segments, and the rest of it was just kind of average, normal stuff that really wasn't all that important. But overall, this wasn't a bad show. I think this was actually a good, decent build-up towards the pay-per-view for Sunday. I'm either going to catch it somehow by paying it or by other means, and that's pretty much it. But at this time, guys, you know what to do. Hit the like button if you like this video. Hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed to the channel. And leave a comment down below, and I'll definitely get back to you on that. And I thank you guys very much for watching, and have a great night, guys. Bye.